NFL free agency never disappoints, and with the cap increase this year, teams are balling out with all of their signings. So let's go over some of the most important ones that you need to know from free agency day one. Starting with the quarterback moves, we have the Jets reaching a 2-year, $40 million deal with quarterback Justin Fields, which questions where will Aaron Rodgers end up. We also have Sam Darnold on the move, leaving the Vikings. They're clearly going with J.J. McCarthy, and he signed with the Seahawks to replace Geno Smith on a 3-year, $100 million deal. And where is Geno Smith headed, you're asking? Well, he was traded to the Raiders for a 2025 third-round pick. It looks like Geno Smith will be reuniting with Pete Carroll in Las Vegas. And then we have the Chicago Bears, who are yet again your off-season champions because they win every off-season and then just lose everything else. Now, they already traded for Joe Thuney, and they traded for Jonah Jackson, but they also signed center Drew Dahlman. They signed Grady Jarrett, as well as pass rusher Dayo Odeyingbo. I butchered that like crazy. But as a Bears fan, I'm not letting myself get hyped for the season until they show me something. We also have another quarterback move, a little bit more minor with this one. Quarterback Kenny Pickett was traded from the Eagles to the Browns in return for a 5th-round pick and Thompson Robinson. So who knows if he'll be starting or what the Deshaun Watson situation is going to turn out like. Also, the Browns re-signed Myles Garrett for a monstrous contract, so I guess it turns out that money was actually the issue. Money always talks. But in other pass rusher news, the Eagles lost 2 of them, with Hassan Reddick agreeing to a 1-year, $14 million deal with the Buccaneers, as well as Josh Sweat signing with the Arizona Cardinals. So that's 2 pass rushers that the Eagles lost, and who knows if they can afford to lose them. The Bills have helped out their wide receiver room, which was much needed, with their signing of Josh Palmer, the former Chargers wide receiver, on a 3-year, $36 million deal. But the Chargers made a move of their own by signing cornerback Dante Jackson to a 2-year, $13 million deal. We also had the Denver Broncos signing safety Talanoa Hufanga, former 49ers safety, great player, on a 3-year contract worth up to $45 million with $20 million guaranteed. The Commanders signed defensive tackle Javon Kinlaw on a 3-year, $45 million deal, as well as traded 4 picks, including a 3rd round, a 7th round, a 2nd round in 2026, and a 2026 4th rounder for 5-time Pro Bowl left tackle Laramie Tunsil, the gas mask man himself. The Lions helped out their secondary by signing DJ Reed at the cornerback position for a 3-year, $48 million contract, so they obviously see a lot in him. And this was, of course, to replace Carlton Davis, who signed with the New England Patriots to a 3-year, $60 million contract. But there's a lot more cornerback news, because cornerback Nate Hobbs signed a 4-year, $48 million deal with the Packers, so we're expected to see Jair Alexander end up not wearing green and yellow next year, as well as the Panthers giving cornerback J.C. Horn a record-setting contract, making him the highest-paid defensive back in NFL history, with a 4-year extension for $100 million and $70 million guaranteed. The Panthers also signed Trayvon Merrick on a 3-year, $51 million deal, and the Rams signed defensive lineman, former Charger Poona Ford, who will be staying in L.A. technically, but it's a 3-year deal just under $30 million. We also have Colts center Ryan Kelly on the move, signing with the Vikings on a 2-year, $18 million deal, and Zach Wilson signed with the Miami Dolphins for $6 million. These are just the major moves of the day, and I'm sure more will even come out after I post this video, but make sure you're subscribed so you don't miss out on the future days of free agency, so you guys can stay informed and stay in the loop.